I like what you said because this brings me closer to what is running in my head. So are you saying whenever we have a problem, in fact, I was talking to a friend, he mentioned a beautiful thing about disease. He says these are blocks within us. And if you look
Hmm.
at them just as blocks, it's easier to deal with them. Not that they will go away with wishful thinking, but at least you have broken them down to smaller, manageable issues rather than thinking of big long. We were talking about some long-term disease patient and how they've been facing these problems. So I like what you just said also because from self-love to finding out okay what can it be that makes us love ourselves or acknowledge ourselves more. So what I realized with your example was that when you name the issue, very often there is no issue.
Yeah.
So it's actually a block, genuinely a block that we have placed between ourselves and the world or ourselves and life, I would want to say, because world is a nice place to blame. Sometimes we blame people or sometimes we blame events. But most of the times it is all happening inside our heads.
Yes.
And if we were to just uh, there's this monk who said this lovely thing. He says, whatever you decide on, just add not sure to it.
Hmm.
Like seems so.
Hmm.
This seems so. So this always leaves you room for improvement in your own opinion about the fact also. Till you reach some truth which is the ultimate truth, everything becomes a truth which seems so, or you it seems
True.
so at this moment. I love that thought because once I decided to kind of incorporate as much as I could, I realized it made me less judgmental about
Hmm.
people to start with. Not that I'm free of it. I think the moment we see someone, we say black, white, lamba, chota, all of that happens. It's just too strong, too fast, too much inside me. But I acknowledge this fact also and free myself also of judging myself for having judged somebody else. I'm saying it's okay. It's okay. Just let it go at this point of time. You're still a judgmental guy. But it doesn't make you good or bad. Just acknowledge and be free of it. And keep working towards where you think you can, it will help you. So do
Hmm.
you think in the example that you gave, uh, your boss is just a manifestation of life wanting to unravel you at that point of time? Is how I look at it. Because very often I have found solutions coming out of like random places, out of kids. Like you could tell me some story which is absolutely unrelated to my problem at that point of time, and I'm saying, oh, she just mentioned what I could do with it. So it's as simple as that very often. If I'm just open and I acknowledge there is a problem and also making it small. So when we are looking at ourselves, whatever self-imagery we have, at every point just taking it with a pinch of salt, okay, this is one of the things that seems it is. So I am
True.
judgmental might be you said a couple of nice things earlier when you described how we look at ourselves. We are a result of our memories, our knowledge, our uh, whatever
Journey.
experiences we've had. So all of this makes us. We cannot undo this honestly. We can, but again, it's a journey. It takes a lot of time. You let go of something and you say, okay, or you are good to me with something that I have been lacking in myself, and suddenly I find you say no, like your boss said, you have this and you have this. It's not that you were unaware. Like even when you were narrating the story, I said, my God, I always thought okay, you are you are one of the few people I can come and have a conversation with. There were all of, I think, 6 or 8 people in all of our agency, which everyone was a friend because everyone was good. But 6 or 8 people that I just knew that I could go and have like a proper conversation with, which there would be no advertising needed.
Hmm.
Like there will be no posturing. Like you were one, there were a couple of others who I would just go to their desk and sit and chat and about nothing. It doesn't have to be something big. So, but still that you carried it. Sometimes I find that these burdens that we carry have a use. Until we find their use, they continue being there.
True.
So
True.
yeah, that is one part for acknowledgement of how we do. Now, once we've acknowledged this, is there any way one can have a positive talk? You use a very loose term to describe. You should have a pep talk with yourself or slap yourself, whatever the situation requires. Would you want to elaborate that a bit? Because that is about self-imagery again. I'm trying to decode how does one love oneself. We've actually moved away from the attachment bit completely, but this is a genuinely beautiful talk, I think.
So I think loving oneself has to be actionable, right? One is this whole thing of saying, I really love myself, and I don't mean it in a negative way, but this whole Women's Day, I think all of us have created all of this as marketing and brand people. But it's not that one day of the year when the focus is on you, and it should not be relegated to going to a spa or a hair massage or that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it just, when people say, oh, we love ourselves somewhere, and I'm talking mainstream now. I'm not talking a niche crowd, but mainstream. That's what loving yourself means. That it
Yeah.
just doesn't mean that. I think it means so many things. I can give you a few things that I do sometimes, which is loving myself. Well, like my husband and I come from, while we are both South Indian, we come from very diverse cultural backgrounds, right? And their food is very different from our food. I do go ahead and cook the food that I used to eat as a child, even if nobody else is eating, right? Because for me, I always focus on what my child and my husband want, of course. But I like that food, right? My mom actually is somebody who kind of passed this on to me. When there would be chocolate at home, my mother would demand a share of the chocolate. So you cannot tell her, Acha, will you eat? That was never a question. She's like, if it has come, it has to be. We were three children. My father was not interested. It would always be made into four parts. Because she used to say, मेरी मम्मी ने भी तो मुझे बड़ी मुश्किल से बड़ा किया है ना. So somewhere my mother passed that on to us, right? So
Beautiful.
so I do cook the stuff that I like to eat. Um, I do. So I know a lot of my friends who watch the same stuff that their husband watches and stuff like that. I don't do any of that. I do my own stuff. Actually, I do things that I enjoy doing on my own as well. While I love to do things with him, but there are some things that he may not enjoy as much, which I continue to do. And I don't do that once a year. I do that.
Often.
It's a matter of habit for me, actually. Meeting my friends once in a while, even if the spouses are not there, or so lots of stuff. Yeah, you just don't lose who you were. Like, spontaneity used to be a part of who I was before I got married, and responsibility came. So it's that, don't let go of who you are completely, right? It can't be that you are just ex's husband, ex's wife, or wife's child. It has to be who you are. So anything that drives you in that direction for me is self love, right? So, like for example, right now, money is tight for us, to be honest, because of whole COVID and all that. But I still like to work out, so I spend on that. It can be cut down, but I feel that if I had to cut something down, that will not be it, right? I'll manage with something else. But I'm not going to go on a guilt trip because I spend that money, because in my head I'm justified in doing it, right? And I do. And it's not just that I do, I encourage him also. Okay, jo cheeze you like to do, you must do. You find a way. And I and this is a question that I keep asking my husband, and he looks very bored when I ask him. It's simple, chap. So say, what if you had 1 month? What would you do? I say, matlab, yeah, what's the big deal? I guess it's a very guy thing to say. But if you ask me if you gave me a month, what would I do? I would have a list of things I want to do for myself, right? So whether you do it or no, you should have that list ready, right? कि कोई तुम्हें 1 महीना दे और बोले चलो तुम्हें जो करना है तुम करो. So I think that's, for me, that is self love, as against this whole marketing concept that brands have driven you to kind of follow. Do stuff that you like to, yeah. Do stuff that remind you of who you were, right? Eat the food that you grew up eating, and those things, typically women used to give up, I think. Like, I certain vegetables, like, which are very typical to my family, I had not eaten them in years. Then I said, what the hell, yeah, I want to cook those and eat it for myself. So even if it's 3 portions and I eat it over 3 days, I do those things. They make me feel uh, good about myself. So anything that makes me feel good about myself, right? And that could mean a haircut and a spa, but it should not be limited to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I like how you portrayed this idea of self-love. One thing I would want to bring where you said that one should have that 1 month list. I disagree that you are living up to it fully because you also are doing the other part. Because a lot of people would have those 1 month lists, but they would say someday.
Huh.
Because that kind of, again, they may not get the point that you're making. That 1 month list is an add on to what you are saying. Every now and then you should tell yourself, I am important.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So for my, I'm very proud I did that also. For my landmark, nowadays it's become fashionable to say these are landmarks. So my 40th birthday, I went for a yoga retreat by myself for 5 days to Goa. Yeah, so one is, yeah, I didn't go drinking to Goa, but I went for a yoga retreat with absolute strangers because I wanted that calm. And then I remember at the end of 4 days, my the guru I went with, he said, "You don't talk much, do you?" So I said, "Okay, mission accomplished." The idea was not to keep, talking incessantly, and because sometimes you just keep talking because you met people or kuch bolna hota hai type. So I said, "No, I'm just going to mind my business, eat well, sleep well, do my yoga sessions, and just go back." And even the phone, etc., we were not allowed to use much. So I think those things just make you feel maza aata hai, no? They make you feel alive. Yeah.
I think I like the holistic sense of ending that you're giving this episode because we did talk about physical manifestations, but in the end, it's such an internal feeling that you're kind of ending with that it makes you feel alive. Uh, the lockdown brought out this aspect for a lot of my friends who got very agitated and uh, myself. So I was on the discovery because I think April 18th or something is when I started the values workshop, and first week of May onwards we had a podcast every week, and I
You've
was
been busy.
yeah, so it was like I had a lot of issues every now and then with technology, with learning, with being with these same thoughts of being whether I was good enough. Um, there were people who called up and said that you don't look like this, you are not comfortable, you are doing too much of home and harm. Initially, when we had this audio podcast, but I think there was a purpose to what where I was going, and it keeps fulfilling me every now and then. Like just before we started chatting, there's this friend of mine who's quite accomplished in his career as of right now. He's a film writer and quite well known and doing very very well. And I know a couple of friends who are well established, but it's only me that I do not know what am I going to ask them, whether they'll be able to be as free as somebody like you is on camera, because you don't have any pretensions about being someone per se. Obviously, we all have. It's not that we are holier than thou compared to anybody else, but just the ease with which I'll be able to ask you questions, maybe I may or not. So I just asked him. He says, "मैं तो इतने टाइम से बोल रहा हूँ तो हाँ ही नहीं बोलता." And suddenly I was like, okay, he had said yes, I didn't even realize. So, yeah, I like this entire roundedness that this episode seems to have. And I would not want to puncture it by saying something which I am not prepared for at this point. So, I'll want to end. Do you want to make any last statements or something like that?
Ah, no, now you're putting me on the spot. No, I think it was a very interesting chat, stuff that maybe, otherwise I wouldn't have sat and thought about. So it's quite difficult to find people to have invigorating conversations with.
Yeah,
So it was good. It's not what I expected to be doing on a Sunday afternoon, but I think it was very interesting to chat up.
good.
Thank you for
Thank you.
inviting me on the show.
Yes, I'll see you around. I think we'll chat a lot more often after today's chat. I was like, why have I not been talking to her?
Most likely we should be talking more.
Yes.
Great. Thank you.
Bye. See ya.
Bye. Bye.